Okay, we're going to get started. If the board members could please make sure you have your microphones on. Okay, good evening. It's 6:30 p.m. on Monday, June 8th, 2026. I'd like to call to order the Village of Brookfield Board meeting. Would everyone please join me in a pledge of allegiance to the flag?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Mike, can we have a roll call, please?
Yes, Trustee Ketchmark.
Here.
Trustee Whitehead. Not present. Trustee Hendricks.
Here.
Trustee Narimatsu.
Here.
Trustee Gilhooley.
Here.
Trustee Kaluzny.
Here.
President Garvey.
Here. Thank you. We do not have any appointments or presentations tonight, but before we go into public comment, I'd just like to take a moment to acknowledge that shortly after, I think it was the day after our last board meeting, we, the Village of Brookfield, Joe Starosta, who used to be a captain in the fire department, passed away. I don't know, a lot of you might not remember him, Trustee Ketchmark might, but he served the fire department for a long time. Besides living in Brookfield for an extended period of time, he served in the U.S. Air Force, attaining the rank of a sergeant. He graduated from Riverside Brookfield High School, but he served as a member of our fire department for 46 years in the Village of Brookfield, and he made the rank of captain, and he also did some work at the Brookfield Zoo. So if anyone would just join me in a brief moment of silence in memory of Captain Starosta. Thank you so much. Okay, at this point, I will open up the meeting to public comment. Anyone in the audience that wishes to address the village board can do so at this time. Is there anyone on this side? Okay, seeing none, is there anyone on this side? Yes, Mrs. Dufek, you can come up first. I'll get you after.
The route, I live on the south side of the tracks. Are they gonna open the street, Wabansie, and on First Avenue if we have to go north, or do I have to go right on First Avenue and come all the way around to go to Brookfield? Do you know the route?
I do. I'm familiar with the route. I've seen the route. We've shared the route. We didn't design the route, but it's not our authority. We can't authorize a left turn, and I don't think the state or any other agency would authorize a left turn onto First Avenue for safety reasons. So fortunately, it's not up to us, and even if it was, I don't think we could safely say that at any time it would be safe to make a left-hand turn off that side street onto First Avenue. So it will be inconvenient. It will be a long enough period of time. They did reschedule it for us to help with high school students to mitigate the damage, which we did appreciate, but it's just one of those things that we can't do anything about, so.
Okay, so I can only make a right-hand turn onto First and come all the way around.
You'll have to make a little trip through the Village of Lions and do a little sightseeing and things like this, so.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry about the inconvenience, but it has to be done. Anyone else, sir?
Good evening. My name is Emmanuel Karathanansis. I live at 4017 Du Bois Boulevard, Brookfield, Illinois. I'm here to speak against the dispensary. Is this the time to speak about it?
Sure. We're going to talk about it at the committee of the whole, and there'll be another chance for public comment, but you're welcome to comment now.
Thank you. First of all, I want to express how passionate I am about this. This was a bad week for me to try to get this stuff together. I have a tremendous amount of work. I'm going out to legislative meetings in Washington, D.C. on the 11th. And I have to prepare for it, so I had very, very little time. I didn't find out about this till the day before the zoning commission meeting, and I came in for that to speak up then as well. Today's my birthday. I'd rather be somewhere else, but I'm here. I feel this is going to be a major nuisance. I also don't think that everyone here understands quite how much money we're talking about. I went ahead and I pulled how much money Westchester's making. It's rough for their 3% that they're charging the dispensary. They made $26,000 last year. Talking about $26,000. To me, that's not a lot of money. Maybe I'm very affluent, I don't know. But for a village, that seems like it might not be a lot. I put together a change.org petition, and I got a couple of public comments. One is from Brookfield, from Alicia Spicer. Please, we need healthy retail and, I'm sorry, I have to put my glasses on.
Take your time.
Healthy retail and transit-based housing development in our neighborhood, not this type of business. We have so many great things going on in this area. Let's hold out for something better to fill the blighted spots. Who wants to walk through a cloud of weed smoke to get to the train? Our little stretch of Ogden could have a bright, healthy future if we make good choices now. Thank you. And that's from Alicia from Brookfield. I have another comment from Carol Perez. I know she's my next-door neighbor's mom. There are parks and schools in this area. There is absolutely no reason for this to be anywhere near kids where it can be easily accessed. I want to remind you guys of when you were young, and I'm sure when you were young, you guys went to liquor stores, hung out in front of it, and had someone come in and buy for you. I could see that happening with this. Maybe not on their property because there's surveillance, but certainly at the corner, at the arcade. I could certainly see children getting marijuana through this dispensary through I guess you would call it like, what is it with a gun, a straw purchase? And that disturbs me. I had less than a week to put together a petition. I got over 100 signatures. 25% of them are from Brookfield. I have copies. I didn't make enough for you guys, but
That's okay. If you give it to village staff, they'll make sure the entire village board gets copies.
awesome. I'll give them
Including the one
everything.
trustee that couldn't be here tonight.
I also have the information from Westchester. If it's not good enough for you, I can go ahead and pull FOIAs for all the villages around and get the money that they're making. I don't feel this is enough money to justify what it's going to do to our neighborhood. And that's a prime piece of real estate. The city owns everything there. That could be a grocery store. That can be mixed-use housing with parking to benefit the whole street, with coffee shops, things people actually want. A coffee shop at the train station would do amazing, probably make just as much tax, if not more, and would not be a nuisance. I would welcome it, and I live right across. As I was saying at the board meet, or I'm sorry, at the meeting for the zoning, I could easily throw a baseball at the dispensary, easily. That's how close I live. My neighbor 2 doors down, he's got 6 kids, I believe. He's right there, like boom, line of sight, right across the street. I don't think it's right to have this in a residential neighborhood. And I understand the address is in a commercial area and it's technically zoned commercial. I don't think this is the right place for a dispensary. I'm very much against it. I already have a nuisance traffic going back and forth to the train, and I accept it. You don't hear me coming. I've been here a decade. The only other time I ever complained was the dispensary on Ogden. That was a little further down the street. You don't hear any complaints from me for anything. I don't have a problem with the music from the Latin restaurant. I don't have a problem with the music from not Brixie's anymore. What is it? Imperial Oak. They play music loud. It's fine. I deal with a lot of stuff. I'm cleaning up garbage all the time on my street that people are throwing away, going back and forth from the currency exchange to their work at the sugar factory. I don't complain. This I'm going to complain about, and you'll get to know me. I'll be coming in a lot. I'll be pulling FOIAs a lot. You'll be seeing me for a long time if this comes through. And that's not a threat. I'm just letting you know what's going to happen. Anything I do, I'm going to do within the law, but I am going to fight this tooth and nail. I was going to leave for a moment, and I thought, I've been here 10 years. I have every right to live here. This is exactly where I've wanted to live. I wanted to live in Brookfield since I was a kid, and I was able to finally afford it. I don't want to go. So if it's going to be me or them, I'm going to make sure it's them. And if it's going to be a long fight, I'm in for it. This was the worst time for me. I'm taking care of my mom who fractured her spine and is in rehab. This is a bad week for me, and I still did this much in a week. Imagine what I can do when my time opens up. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate you coming out, and if you could give that to the village manager, and if you have other things you want to submit where there'll be no vote tonight, Trustee Whitehead's not here. I know he's going to be listening to the meeting, and he'll get copies of everything, so I hope your week gets better. I know this is not, happy birthday. I hope your mom, seriously, I hope your mom recovers, and
Thank you,
we
sir.
appreciate you taking time to come out and share your views.
Thank you. It's very kind. Thank you.
Anyone else on this side want to make any comment at this point? Okay, there being no further public comment at this point, we'll move on to reports of special committees, please. Trustee Narimatsu, Finance and DPW.
Yes, thank you. I'd like to make a motion to approve the corporate warrant dated June 8th, 2026, in the amount of $2,197,726.37.
So moved.
There's a motion made by Trustee Narimatsu, second by Trustee Gilhooley. Any highlights on the warrant that you want to share?
Almost $82,000 for 3,700 prairie lighting improvements. about $536,000 for water main improvements, and about $240,000 in debt payments. That's it.
Thank you. Do any board members have any questions or comments related to the warrant? Okay, hearing none, we have a motion and a second. We have a roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark.
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks.
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu.
Aye.
Trustee Gilhooley.
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny.
Aye.
Motion carries.
I don't have anything to report from DPW. Just if you have anything you need addressed by them, please use the See Click Fix link on the village website. That ends my report.
Thank you. Trustee Gilhooley, Chamber of Commerce?
Yes, the Chamber of Commerce met earlier today, and we got our update on the first farmers market of the season, which was this past weekend. They had almost 1,800 visitors, people visitors. They also had 75 dogs, so they'll be tracking that throughout the season as well. I think that's a pretty good number. Almost as many dogs as they had vendors, so there were 79 vendors, 5 young entrepreneurs, and a very smooth start to the season. So they were very happy with that. Wanted also to mention that our artisan market, the Village Artisan Market, starts this week, Wednesday, June 10th, from 4 to 7 p.m. This will be on the 9200 block of Broadway. And along with that will be one of the chamber members, Sway Dance Chicago, who's also now a dance studio in Brookfield on the other side of Broadway, will be performing dance demonstrations, little mini lessons at the shops at Progress Park in the central performance area. So we're really excited to see them kind of benefiting and the artisan market and benefiting from them. And highlighting the shops as well. So they're going to have social dancing, all levels are welcome. They'll do salsa, swing, tap dance, so great night to come out and check out the new market as well as the performance area by the shops. There's also, just mark your calendar for the Creative Arts Fest, which will be 2 days this year, September 19th and 20th in Kiwanis Park, and those will run from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And the last thing I want to mention, there's two things. We had a ribbon cutting for La Michoacana on Broadway, the new ice cream store on Broadway, right in between where Baroni's is, by the Treasures Depot, and by Miss Claire's Mini Musicians, tucked right in there. I have to tell you, this is one of the first times I've ever seen a line waiting to get in on a ribbon cutting day. It was going down the sidewalk. So really, really great to see. And thanks to all of our, to President Garvey and trustees who showed up for that, as well as the chamber members. And also, just to highlight, Beach Avenue Barbecue just celebrated 6 years in business last Friday. So they did some celebratory specials and had a band out front. So congratulations to Beach Avenue Barbecue. And that ends my report.
Thank you, Trustee Gilhooley. Trustee Hendricks?
Yeah, a few things today. The library is still open despite the construction, and they would want me to tell you that the summer reading program has begun. Lots of good prizes usually there. The Plan Commission, Planning and Zoning, met recently. Don't ask me which day now. They passed unanimously 2 cases for variations that are on our board agenda. One case was a special use that's on the committee of the whole. We heard a little bit of a preview of that. And one case was continued. The Zoning Commission, the Zoning Code Update Commission, they have completed their parking discussion, which was the last item, saved that for last. So now it's going to be drawn up with changes and updates per the Zoning Commission's input, and will come to the Plan Commission as a new draft to be reviewed. They're going to get a few weeks to review that, and we'll discuss it later this summer at a Plan Commission meeting. I have to say, I have to give kudos to the Zoning Commission, because they have put in many, many hours reviewing reviewing the entire zoning code, every line of it. But there have been a lot of special meetings this spring. I don't even remember how many, but there have been a lot. And it's just lots of minutia. They've done an excellent job. I just have to say we're all grateful for their time and their expertise. I also participated in an Illinois Municipal League Committee meeting this past week. Thank you to everybody, all the villages who had resolutions against the proposed various build acts. The legislators are hearing the village voices and the IML's voice and mayor's voices, everybody who's speaking up against some of these proposals that are taking away, the proposals to take away village agency as far as being able to say where we put things in our towns. So that is making headway. People are listening. And that ends my report.
Thank you, Trustee Hendricks, and thank you for serving on that committee. It's, the IML was a key part of, I mean, the legislature adjourned without passing many of the portions of the Build Act that we thought might happen. I know the IML and the West Central Municipal Conference and other groups, but I appreciate you serving on that committee. Thank you. Trustee Ketchmark?
The Economic Development Commission has not met since our last meeting. Their next meeting will be July 15th, and I will report back after that.
Trustee Whitehead is not here tonight, but I'm sure he'd want to mention, or Julie, do you want to mention, is there some duck
sure.
duck sales going on?
Duck sales are currently going on. We had our first farmer's market last weekend, and we'll be there the next couple of weeks. And the duck race is September 26th, so they're $5 a duck, and they go directly to the Brookfield Parks and Recreation Foundation. So get your ducks now through to September 26th.
Thank you. Trustee Kaluzny?
Yes, the Conservation Commission met on May 26th. They spent a good amount of time planning for Meet the Creek on October 3rd from 1 to 4 p.m. So you can continue to mark your calendar into the fall of fun things to do. They're also working on a sustainability plan update for the board in July or August. And I also wanted to share that we did have a commissioner just resign from the commission. Kevin Din stepped down. He's moving out of town. But his family is staying local, and he promised to volunteer forever. But he's been an amazing asset and resource for the commission, helped a ton with creating the sustainability plan, the matrix for that, all of the, everything. And so we're really sad to be losing him on the commission, but we do have an opening, and we're looking for someone with a background in energy, hopefully to fill that role, because that's a lot of what he provided in that to the commission. Their next meeting is June 23rd at 6 p.m. Here at Village Hall. The Beautification Commission presented their annual Brookie Awards to 3 businesses that have done improvements to their inside and outside, or helping to impact others around them. And so we're really excited. Those were presented on May 29th to Tischler's Uptown Market, to Winnie's Playroom, and to Treasure Depot, all amazing businesses that have done a lot of really great things to their investment in their business to help the economic development in the neighborhood. Their next meeting will be July 7th at 6:30 p.m. here at Village Hall. That ends my report.
Thank you. The Solid Waste Agency and WCMC have not met since our last meeting, but I also, as I indicated, the WCMC and the Legislative Committee and Mayor Saviano and his committee have been an instrumental part about making sure our voice was heard in Springfield and able to slow down some of this legislation attempt to remove local control and zoning issues. So a big thank you to the Legislative Committee of the WCMC. Brookfield Zoo has started. They've already had several events. I know they had a concert this weekend, and I anticipate this weekend maybe being a high-traffic weekend. There's supposed to be nice weather this weekend, and there's a very large basketball tournament with college coaches coming to Riverside Brookfield High School this weekend, so I think there could be some traffic, but I really want to again compliment the communication between the high school, the zoo, and our police department. We try and limit the inconvenience and get the word out ahead of time and try and protect the neighborhood parking as much as we can, but just be aware that there could be some heavy traffic around the zoo and the high school this coming weekend. Okay, that ends the reports of special committee, so at this point I'd entertain a motion to pass the omnibus agenda.
So moved.
Second.
The motion was made by Trustee Kaluzny, second by Trustee Gilhooley. Roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark.
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks.
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu.
Aye.
Trustee Gilhooley.
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Moving on to the items under regular business. The first item, I'd entertain a motion to pass an ordinance concerning case 2602, request from variations from section 62-75, bulk yard and space requirements to allow a front yard setback of 12 feet 9 inches rather than 25 feet, and section 62-450, extensions, expansions, enlargements, intensity at 4125 Dale.
So moved.
Second.
The motion was made by trustee Narimatsu, second by trustee Ketchmark. This is one of the cases that trustee Hendricks referred to that was in front of the Planning and Zoning Commission. They received a unanimous recommendation from Planning and Zoning. We have a very detailed memo related to the meeting. Trustee Hendricks, is there anything you wanted to add about it?
Nope.
Okay. Do the board members have any questions, comments, discussion regarding this?
No, thank you.
Again, with having the benefit of the packet and the minutes and the recommendations is very helpful, so. All right, if there's no questions or comments, can we have a roll call, please?
Trustee Ketchmark.
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks.
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu.
Aye.
Trustee Gilhooley.
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. The next item, I'd entertain a motion to pass an ordinance concerning case 2606, request for variations from 62-75 bulk yard and space requirements and section 62-453 to allow an increase in the minimum building coverage from 35% to 40.5% and reduce the minimum required green space from 40% to 35.3% to allow an existing non-conforming garage in an existing A single-family district located at 3306 Sunnyside.
So moved. Second.
The motion was made by trustee Gilhooley, second by trustee Kaluzny. Again, this was an item that was discussed at the Planning and Zoning Commission. There was a public hearing, there was input taken. There was a unanimous recommendation from the Planning and Zoning Commission to grant the relief requested. Very detailed memo and packet we have. Trustee Hendricks, anything on this one?
This is a situation we see a lot. It's what the code would consider a substandard lot, but the people who are living there wouldn't. They just need a larger garage to meet the standards of what people are used to living with now. The zoning commission and staff are working hard to make sure that we have a new way of figuring these things out so that not everyone in this situation is going to have to go through this entire process. So that's one bright side. But no, it was a pretty clear situation.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from the board related to the proposed ordinance? Okay, hearing none, we have a motion and a second. Can we have a roll call, please?
Trustee Ketchmark.
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks.
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu.
Aye.
Trustee Gilhooley.
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. And the last item, I'd entertain a motion to pass an ordinance amending section 56-266 entitled Sewer Service Charges and Appendix A entitled Fee Schedule of the Code of Ordinances of the Village of Brookfield, Illinois.
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by trustee Narimatsu, second by trustee Hendricks. This is the dual water rate increase that we talked about at the committee of the whole meeting, made necessary by the fact that the City of Chicago passed on a rate increase to the Brookfield North Riverside Water Commission that passed on the rate increase to us, as is what happens, as well as this is the second planned increase, even though it's it's less than we originally planned, to fund the rest of the lead service water replacement for the residents' share and the village's share throughout the entire village. So water is going to go up. The one was planned and the other was sort of expected because the City of Chicago always raises water rates on us. So questions or comments from the board?
No.
Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark.
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks.
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu.
Aye.
Trustee Gilhooley.
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, that ends the items that we have under regular business. Tim, do you have anything in the manager's report? Okay, hearing no manager's report, that's the only items we had on the village board agenda, so it's 6:55 PM. I'd entertain a motion to adjourn the village board meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by trustee Hendricks, second by trustee Kaluzny. Roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark.
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks.
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu.
Aye.
Trustee Gilhooley.
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, we're adjourned at 6:55 PM. We'll start the committee of the whole meeting in just a few minutes, please.
pay warrant.